Y'all, today's a big day. The loyalty store updated and they have a new pack in the loyalty store. Today, we're going to be taking the first look at the Skyfarer's Hoard pack. We do have the loyalty token. We can redeem it. And there's a lot to talk about. I want to talk about the gear. People have started to get the gear, so now I can finally start making videos on it. And also, I want to talk about the rollout of the Skyfarer's Hoard pack in a loyalty store. But first, let's see what we get. I don't know if y'all have noticed, right? There's only one maximum that I can redeem. That's something to talk about. It used to be 3, and people were very nervous about how that could affect things like PvP, the meta, giving members a free advantage. So it's kind of cool to see a difference. Let's see if we get anything, though. Oh, boy. All right, bro. Please, man. Give me something cool. Okay. We have gotten Las Boots. I'm actually going to compare these boots to the ones that I have on the fire already. I have a feeling what I've heard so far is that this is a high utility template, but it gives up things like resist and HP and other things that are more tanky. Now, I don't know if that's true, so we gonna have to see. Okay, y'all, let's see we'll see. Right now, I got the Meyer boots on. And compared to the Meyer boots, as you can see right away, there's a gigantic health difference. That's nearly 500 health that you give up. But honestly, if I can be so bold, I would say the thing that really freaks me out about this is the fact that it doesn't give any block. If I were to run this, you know, like the boots instead of like what I'm running right now, my block would go from 577 to 424. And by the way, this is with gear that gives block on every other piece. You just sell out just a little bit of block and you're in a lot of trouble. And if you guys are wondering how block works, it's actually not as, like, you know, simple as it used to be. It's not linear. So basically, right, block is basically just not going to help you at all until around 300 to 400-ish. And then it really starts helping as you get closer to 500, 600. So basically, right, when you're at this block, it's not just like, you know, you're giving up block and it's like a small little weakness in your setup. You're taking maybe 5 to 10% more damage per hit that crits on you. So by making the trade-off of giving up block for this gear, yes, you do get shads. You do get shads with these boots. You're giving up so much more defense that it's very disproportional. So keep that in mind when you are using any gear, because I know that a lot of people want Shad Chance and raid gear is the only like good source of it right now. This might look like a good source of Shad Chance. I'm afraid that it's probably not just off of the block alone. That's kind of the point I wanted to make with this. So it does seem like even though they've released 2 new gear sets through packs, gauntlets, all of that in recent past, it does seem like the best source of Shad Chance still is raid gear, which means that when the next raid comes, if it follows this pattern, this just might be something to expect, right? If you really want balanced stats, like, you know, like block, for example, with your Shad Chance, it might just be that you need to do raids. It's a topic to consider when we're critiquing gear, right? How accessible is all of this if you have to do raids to always get those balanced stats? The trade-off does seem to be that you get Shad Chance, which I don't think is bad. I think Shad Chance is really important in this meta, but I wouldn't rock more than one piece of it. And honestly, if I were to do it for Shad Chance, I would probably do it on the piece that loses me the least block. So then why are some people calling this pack pay to win? Why am I even making this video? Well, it's actually because some parts of this pack are actually much better than any other piece of gear. It's just we didn't get it here. So I've already seen pictures of this. Apparently the decks that you might see on the screen, they don't give up any stats, and right now they're only available in a pack. Right now, right, all of the decks that are available to us, they always give up 1 stat, right? I mean, right now you can get either block, pip conserve, or archmastery with the eternal set. You could give up that pip conserve and instead get crit if you're running the Aeon set, and you could also give up the block if you want and run the nullity set when it comes to the deck. So right now there are definitely trade-offs for every deck in the game at max level. But now, as you can see on your screen, they're trading off the HP stat for something way more robust, which means that if this is the direction they're going, then this pack currently gives the best deck for stats in the game right now. You'll literally get crit, block, pip conserve, and archmastery, which are the most important stats, all in one deck behind a pack. And by the way, these are not like bad cards either. Can we talk about that? Like literally getting a free dark pact, getting a supernova, getting a nature's wrath. These are really, really good spells for all the schools. Like this is just an extra copy of a useful spell in your deck compared to what you would have gotten with like something like the Eternal deck. It's just ass. Like, I always X it out because it's ass. I'm even more concerned about the Athames and the ring situation because apparently for healing schools, they start competing very heavily with the current best gear as well. Right now, right, compared to Aeon, you're giving up enough damage and HP where you wouldn't actually rock the Void Athame, which gives outgoing. However, as you might be able to tell from this image, sorry for the quality of it. I couldn't find a better quality because I haven't seen anyone with this yet. If you're looking at the stats on the Skyfarer's Athame, what it does is it actually takes the happy medium of 22 damage between these two and does not give up really anywhere close to as much HP as a Void Athame is doing. Meaning you're probably going to see storms with very similar damage with slightly less HP, but just enough healing to just make up for it completely. It's the same with the ring. In fact, it's probably even worse. Instead of giving up 7 damage for that 11 outgoing that you normally would between Aeon ring and Void ring, we'll now have gear that basically you keep the damage of Aeon with the outgoing of Void, the only trade-off being a little bit of HP. Now, a stray Athame or a ring being crazy doesn't sound like the end of the world, but frankly, unlike the Nightmare Horde pack, there is no place to farm for this gear. You simply will have to open packs if you want the best gear on any school when it comes to decks, and the best Athames and rings on healing schools like Life and Storm. So is this pack pay to win? I would say absolutely. Compared to every other pack we've had in recent past, I would say that this transgresses. I really hope that KI puts out some way to make this gear yourself or farm it, whether it's a hard boss or not. I will say this though, I think they are aware of things like packs that are released early to members, you know, affecting the game. I think putting a limit on how many of these you can get, that's actually a really good thing. I'm very happy that they did this because otherwise, what if this already started affecting the meta super early? What if people started getting multiple items on the school that they needed it and they just started getting at an advantage at that point? The fact that they're doing this is really good, but I will say this, man, I think the norm should be that you can get it with ease from a pack and then you can farm it with maybe, you know, some hardship on yourself. I think the norm that is set with gauntlets and gauntlet packs in general, they need to follow suit because right now, for the first time since I want to say the motorist robe, we're gonna have a pack that gives gear for some schools, if not all of them, that is simply better than what's available free to play. Hopefully this video was fun to watch. Hopefully, you know, touched on topics that people feel, you know, should be touched on. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the new Skyfarer's Horde pack is pay to win? And I'd love to hear what y'all think about their limit from 3 packs that you can open as a member early to 1. What do you guys think about that? As always, I look forward to reading all of y'all's comments. I really want to know if the answer, I feel like it is pay to win, but I really want to know what y'all think about that. Let me know in the comments. As always, drop a like if you enjoyed, leave some review. If somebody hasn't told you you're awesome today, they doing something wrong, so stay awesome, y'all. I'll see y'all soon. And yeah.